Hello, all you positive heads out there. It's so good to be back with all you beautiful reflections of the one source consciousness that creates and animates all things. If you're new to this podcast, of course, we're super happy to have you here. And if you've been listening and enjoying for a while, I would be super grateful if you would please take a moment to give us a review on Apple Podcasts. It's one of the best and simplest ways to pay it forward and help others find the show so that they too can tap into the powerful perspectives and positive vibrations we are collectively emanating. The other unique and magical way to share this show is by sending any friends you think would benefit from listening to this podcast our Game with the Universe link at positivehead.com/game. Also listed in the show notes, which will serve them up a quote-unquote random episode when they click it. Just instruct them before clicking the link to close their eyes for a moment and sincerely ask the universe to cue up the episode that contains the insight and perspectives that they most need to hear at this point in their life journey, and then click to listen to whatever episode is synchronistically served up to them. I have heard time and time again from people about the incredible results they received playing the game. So just tell your friends magical results are guaranteed or their karma back.
All right, all you positive heads, welcome, welcome one and all. I appreciate you so much for being here with me on this magical today. Today, as we get closer to our new year of 2024, and as we think about the year ahead, we make plans, maybe even some resolutions or add in some new healthy behaviors, maybe some more self-love habits. And as we enter into this new year, I think it is always good to remind ourselves that we are creating our reality in every thought, in every feeling, in every action. And especially after this holiday season where we've maybe spent time with loved ones or those who offer us an opportunity for growth. When this opportunity comes, we are often triggered. And isn't it a beautiful thing to be aware that these triggers are just that, opportunities for growth, that they offer us this ability to point out the things that we still need to work on, to be able to look within ourselves and learn, experience ourselves in another way that maybe we haven't even understood about ourselves before. Maybe we haven't looked at that thing, the things that we don't know, we don't know. And so when we are around all of these loved ones, these relationships that we've chosen before we came in, we get these beautiful opportunities. And often after spending time and having these moments, it's good to have the reminder that where our thoughts are is what we are creating. It is what our interactions will be. It is what our relationships will be, all reliant on our thoughts. So I found this clip today from Abraham, which is just a wonderful reminder. I think we all need these reminders. I know I certainly do. So take a listen to Abraham.
You like desire hatching within you? It's the best. That's why you came. You knew that once you got focused here and started mixing it up with others, that your personal preferences would hatch, that you would come to personal awareness about what you prefer about this and that and this and that. You were so eager because you knew at the time that you made the decision to emerge into these physical bodies that your environment would inspire new preferences and ideas and desires and hopes and dreams and goals. But you also knew that if this time-space reality had the wherewithal to inspire within you, that it also had the wherewithal to deliver it to you in its fullest satisfactory fashion. Not one of you said, I'll go and I'll find things that I want and then I will accept my lot in life. I'll stand among those who have not, feeling envy and hatred for those who have. Not one of you said that. You all knew that you were the creator, are the creator of your own reality. And that if an inspiration is born within you, that the full realization of it is not just possible, but certain. But sometimes along your way, you sort of got sidetracked from focusing upon what you wanted and started talking about why you didn't like the absence of it. Jerry and Esther sat on the front porch of their house a few years ago in San Antonio, in the middle of a drought. Never happens to you, we know. And Esther said, Abraham, what can we do about bringing some rain? And we said, why do you want the rain? And Esther said, because the ground is parched and the bushes are thirsty and all of the little critters out there in the bushes are having a hard time finding water. And our gardens are suffering. And we said, you're not answering our question. We're asking you, why do you want rain? Not, why do you not want it not to rain? And it was a startling thing for Esther, because at that point, early on in our conversations, she was confused about what she was actually focusing upon. Because every subject is really two subjects, with wanted on one end of the stick and the absence of what's wanted on the other end of the stick. And sometimes, without even knowing it, you are a perfect vibrational match to the wrong end of the stick. And you don't even know that you are, because it's a sort of common thing. It's a sort of common thing to talk about why the problem is a problem rather than why the solution will feel good, or what it is about the solution that you are looking for. So it is only when you come to realize that you are vibrational beings in a vibrational universe, and that the vibration that you are outputting as a result of what you're focused upon equals your point of attraction. So you have this point of attraction, this vibrational offering that is swirling around you everywhere you go, and law of attraction is answering it. And you can tell what you've got swirling around you in terms of this vibrational climate that you create, no one else does, in two ways. By the way you feel, the better you feel, the better your climate in terms of what it's allowing into your experience, and by what's coming into your experience, because what's happening around you, the conversations you have, the people you meet, the way they behave when you meet them, the way you behave when you meet them, everything that is happening in your world to you is about one singular thing, and that is about your point of attraction, practiced or not. Your point of attraction, deliberate or by default. Your point of attraction that you've prepared deliberately, or that is happening because of your response to things. So as you are moving through your life from day to day, you're mixed up with a lot of things, aren't you? You hardly are by yourself. You are involved with so many others on so many topics at so many levels. And in most cases, you are having emotional, we'll say that first. We really want to say vibrational, but we want you to hear it. You're having emotional, knee-jerk responses to life, which amount to your practiced point of attraction. So the question that we want to put to you right off the bat today, as we're getting started, is this. Is your point of attraction, which is everything, it's the only thing that matters to you, is your point of attraction deliberate or by default? That's the first big question. But next we want to ask you, is your point of attraction something that you are offering because you've prepared the climate around you by deliberately thinking, by deliberately appreciating, by deliberately looking for positive aspects, by deliberately meditating, by deliberately quieting your mind, by deliberately awakening and looking for thoughts that feel good, by deliberately making the best of things, by deliberately making lists of things that please you, by deliberately rampaging about things that please you? Is your point of attraction because you've prepared your point of attraction like that? Or is your point of attraction a knee-jerk response to the email you just got, or to something that somebody else said, or to something that you've been living, or something that you remembered, or a grudge you've been carrying around for a really long time? What makes up your point of attraction? What makes it up is the thoughts you think. The question is, why are you thinking the thoughts that you are thinking? Are you doing it on purpose, or are you doing it by default? So we've been calling this gathering for a while The art of allowing. Because what it really amounts to is you finding a way right here, right now, where all of your power is right here, right now, because this is a junction where you meet you, where the source energy that is flowing to you can be allowed or disallowed by you. Are you practicing the art of allowing, or are you practicing the art of disallowing? The art of allowing what? The art of allowing alignment, the art of allowing joy, the art of allowing yourself to be tuned in, tapped in, turned on, the art of allowing yourself to be in sync with who you really are, the art of allowing yourself to be the true extension of the source energy that you are and that you were born to be. You're so much more than these physical bodies, these beautiful clumps on chairs. That's not all that you are. You're not even individual. You think you are, although you're sort of mashed in here together pretty good, but you're not even individual clumps on chairs. You are consciousness streaming into these physical bodies. You are an extension of source energy. And as you are here in this body, exploring the details and coming to your own personal conclusions of what you prefer, you're sifting through what we consider to be optimum variety or contrast that helps you to focus your ideas of who you really are and what you really want into fruition. So as you explore unwanted, it helps you to know wanted, and as you explore wanted, it helps you to know unwanted. In other words, you're synthesizing all of that into your perspective, into your opinion. But the question that we want to put to you in a way that you'll really hear it today is, does your opinion about most things harmonize or resonate with the opinion or the knowledge of the source within you? Another way of saying that is, do your opinions make your heart soar and sing? Or do your opinions make you angry and frustrated? Because, of course, you have free will to feel the way you want to feel about whatever. We're just saying that since it equals your point of attraction, we know it's a big price to pay to get everything in the world that you've ever wanted, to start tuning yourself to good feeling thoughts. We know that's hard. And the reason that it is, and we are not being sarcastic, we are being sarcastic. But the reason that we are being that way is because we want you to understand that while you absolutely do have free will to feel the way you choose to feel, that there is something that's going on in your world. It's this powerful law of attraction that manages everything, that amounts to, in a word, momentum. Because law of attraction says that which is likened to itself is drawn. So if you give your attention to something for just a little while, as little as 17 seconds, you cross a mark where more momentum ensues, measurable momentum. Hold that same thought, non-diluted, non-restricted, for another 17 seconds. Another thought like it joins it. And once you cross the 68-second mark, we're not kidding you at all about this, there's enough momentum going in your vibration for you to notice a difference in your point of attraction. So, have you been listening to us for a while? If you have, you've heard a sort of unfolding of a way for you to look at your world, at your life, that is maybe different from what you've been hearing or understanding before. And the reason that we've been presenting it to you as we are is because we wanted to find a way to get your attention to say things that you don't automatically begin to rebuff with the sort of been there, done that attitude. In the early days, as we were talking to Esther about her point of attraction, she argued with us from time to time, but Abraham, it's true. It's true. I'm not making this up. It's true. I'm just repeating this injustice that is true, that somebody should call somebody about to take care of. And we said to Esther on many occasions before we finally convinced her, we are not questioning whether it is true, because there are many things that are true in your world that you do not want to live and that you do not want those who are living it to live. But if we were standing in your physical shoes, the criteria that we would use for what we are giving our attention to and what we are using as our object of attention by which we are practicing our point of attraction, we would be sifting and sorting through this time-space reality looking for things that we want to add impetus to. And even more important, that we want to bring more and more and more into the realization of our personal life experience. Just because it's true is not a good enough criteria. Is it true and do you want it? Or how about this? It has never been in all of the universe and I want it. It does not have to have ever been true for you to be the creator of it, because you are the creator of your reality, not the regurgitator of someone else's. And so we talked to you about law of attraction. We told you it was a powerful law. And we said to you, you get what you think about whether you want it or not. And we said to you, you can tell by the way you feel whether what you are thinking about is what you want or whether it is the absence of what you want. And then we began to explain to you that there is a vibrational reality that is the precursor of all manifested reality. It's the vibrational version. It's the version you practice in your mind. It's the version that you practice through living of life. It's a vibrational version. You are spinning off this vortex of powerful positive creation. Because when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. If you're rude, you want to be nice. If someone is rude, you want them to be nice. If you have not enough of something, you want it. The contrast helps you launch these rockets all day, every day. And we want you to understand that there's a vibrational version of what you desire that is a reality. It is a vibrational reality that the source within you, that non-physical part of you, that part of you that remains non-physical, that continuous, eternal, non-physical part of you that stands in non-physical support of everything that you are, that non-physical part of you stands with that vibrational reality that you have crafted, in part before you even came into this physical body, because there was certainly a trajectory, who stands now as the further culmination of everything that you have asked for, everything that you have singularly or collectively asked for. There is a vibrational reality about your world, the likes of which humans have not yet seen, but you have the potential of seeing. Any one of you, as you begin to stop doing that thing you do that holds you in resistance to this vibrational reality, and therefore begin to allow yourself to be a vibrational match to your own vibrational vortex of creation.
Before we continue on with today's episode, for those of you interested in getting more fantastic fungi in your life, I want to take a quick moment to tell you about a friend of mine's brand new company, The Great Mother. Recently, I have been drinking The Great Mother's superfood mushroom coffee alternative called Ritual, as well as regularly taking their awesome Ally microdoses, and I am truly loving both. As you probably know, these days, many of the world's highest achievers and performers swear by microdosing. The problem is it can still be difficult to get a hold of magic mushrooms. That's why when my friend reached out, who lives in an area and country where legalization is not a problem like it was in the past, and said he'd be willing to offer microdoses to my listeners, I wanted to pass the word along. Ally microdoses are 100% organic. And in addition to a small amount of the magic active ingredient, they also contain functional mushrooms like lion's mane, cordyceps, chaga, and other brain boosters like bacopa. Ally is essentially a full spectrum nootropic. And of course, the coffee alternative Ritual doesn't contain magic mushrooms, but it has an array of the best organic functional mushrooms in the world. And, with functional mushrooms, it's really important to get them from the highest integrity sources. And whereas some other highly popular mushroom coffee alternatives on the market only contain a few varieties of functional mushrooms in their actual ingredients, Ritual has 7. Not only does it contain more types, it also contains 3 to 4 times the amount that the big brands have in each serving. And it tastes amazing. I actually like to have it on its own, as well as mixing it into my coffee sometimes as well. However, since this is definitely a unique offering, there are a few steps. First, just reach out and request to follow the private page, thegreat.mother on Instagram. Once you've been accepted to follow, just message what you're interested in getting and someone will get back to you.
One of my favorite points that she makes in this clip is that we are consistently creating our reality, whether we are doing it deliberately or not, intentionally or not. Wherever our focus is what our point of attraction is. And so are we choosing that? Are we using our free will to make the choice to think the thought we want to think? How many of us are able to stop in that moment where we're triggered, take a deep breath and think a different thought instead of going back into that trigger and responding from that trigger in a way that we did back in the day? We now know with our awareness, every single one of you listening, all of us, we know, we are aware that when this happens, we can take a breath. We can use our free will. We have this choice to think a different thought, to look at that person differently, to see this mirror within ourselves. This beautiful existence that we live in is so mutually coexistent. It's such a beautiful thing. This is not just for one of us, it's for all of us. There's only one of us here. And when we remember that we came in to this physical body, this clump that she called it, knowing that we can create anything we want. It doesn't have to be true in the reality that we see out there. We can create it. We can create anything we want because we are creators. We are tiny fractals of source. All of us, all as one. It's such an amazing, beautiful, magical world we live in, and we get to create in every single thought in every single moment. So instead of letting our thoughts run rampant down some rabbit hole of negativity, we can choose otherwise. We can choose love. We can choose compassion. We can choose to always live in harmony with each other, with the land. This is our choice. It is our free will choice. And we can always take that breath and make that choice. Create the reality we came here to create and live in joy and peace and harmony. I love you all. This is the new year that I am definitely creating for myself in every thought, in every moment. Going to be aware. I am aware. I'm reminding myself I am aware. I am aware. And I'm going to take that breath and remind myself there is love in this moment. There's compassion and peace in this moment. I love you all so much. Happy New Year. Until next time, I'm going to leave you with this song for today. This is Rising Appalachia. Thank you very much. Until next time, I love you all.
The creative culture shift that is unfolding, and I believe that we will receive that through song, beloved sound, and art we are holding. And I know sometimes you're tired, but baby, don't stop moving towards that fire. Stepped up in song and I said, good morning Tuesday. Thanks for your song. I like when I roll out of bed and it carries me along. And I wanna ask you for your lyrical touch to my newfound melody. And I said, thank you very much. Thank you very much. let me tell